Hello my crafty friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I am going to be doing my Happy Planner layout for the week of May 16th through the 22nd. And this week is going to be a little bit different, so you guys are going to have to bear with me a little bit because what I've decided to do was I've joined a meetup group and it's for planners, and we have a planner night tonight, and it's going to be at Michael's, and a bunch of us women are getting together and working on our planners, and I am really excited about it and really want to go and just interact with other planners. And so what I have asked the group if I could do my plan with me at the event with a tripod, my camera, all that good stuff, and they're perfectly fine with it. So I'm going to try. I'm going to attempt to see if that's going to work, and then actually plan my plan with me and to do a voiceover like I normally do anyway. If it doesn't work, I do want to have the opportunity to at least do this intro before I pack everything up and get on the road. So what I've decided to do this week is use this as my inspiration. It is a card that I found at Michael's. It was in the $1.50 bin, and I was able to get it on sale for 15 cents for this whole pack of 6 cards. And here's what the image looks like. It says "Believe in your dreams." It's just a really beautiful image of the flowers and the bird and the butterfly. And what I've done is I actually have these cards. I've pulled out some scrapbook paper. I've got some flowers. I've got all sorts of different stickers in here. So I'm going to pack all this up, get ready to go.
All right, so this is what the camera angle ended up looking like. Probably not the best angle, but I definitely think it works. You can see the page and what I'm doing. So I was fairly happy with the footage once I looked at it. Obviously you can see the tripod in the camera, but that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of talk about, first I want to talk about the planner night. It was really fun. We had a meetup planner night and through meetup.com, and it was really fun. We had a bunch of ladies there. There was probably about, I think, 7 or 8 of us that was there, and it's just really cool to get to know some girls in the area that also love planning as much as I do. Most of them don't plan the same way I do, but hey, that's the one thing about planning. Everybody can be different and do different things, and it's not a competition or anything like that. It's just whatever makes you happy, and I love that saying, "You do you," because that's really what it's all about. It's just making yourself happy and doing what you want to do. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut up all the paper just like I normally do. And then I'm taking that card that I got at Michael's, and I'm going to be cutting that down as well into the planner box size. And I actually think I have the planner box size down, and I don't have to do the math anymore or the ruler anymore, which is really nice. And I just cut this in a way that kind of made it different shapes. So that one has the flower and the butterfly on it, and this one I wanted to capture the little birdie, so I just cut it so that the bird was on there. And then I think I cut one more additional one, but yeah, so I think I cut that just the oh no, I cut the dream, believe in your dreams. And then I think later on I'll also cut another piece from that card because I needed one more piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and organize it a little bit and just see if there's any additional pieces that I need cut. And I do end up cutting a couple of more pages, or pieces I should say. So yeah, that one I just kind of cut the rose and the little rosebud that's sitting there. And then let's see. What else am I going to do? Okay, yep, I needed another piece of that lace paper just to go into that weekend spot. And then I'm going to take the piece of paper that has my scripture for the week. And my scripture is going to be Matthew 19:26. So it's with God all things are possible. And that came from a paper pack that I have that has some woodland creature images and things like that. It's from one of the paper packs I bought a Tuesday morning a while back. So I thought that pink and the little touch of yellow at the top was really nice for the page. And then, of course, I thought it was also appropriate that it said all things are possible, and then it talks about believing in your dreams. So for me, believing in my dreams, I think that's a lot easier when you believe in a higher power. And okay, so then I went ahead and cut the side panel. I used the lace paper for the side panel, and then I used that little sticky note that looks like a bird in a cage, and that came from Daiso. It came from a paper pack that I got at or a little sticky notepad thing that I got at Daiso. And then the to-do list came from a notepad that I got at Michael's. And through the magic of editing, everything is glued down. And then I was going to go ahead and add some paper to the top. This paper is the same as the stripe paper, it's just the opposite side. So it matched perfectly, of course, because it's the same paper pack. And so I used that to cover up the top portion. I almost left it because it's kind of got that green color in it, and it matched the leaf on the card, but I just ultimately decided to go ahead and change it because the black letters, or the black numbers at the top was a little bit too much for me. It didn't look as pretty as I wanted it to. So what I ended up doing was taking this journal card that just had the day of the week on the top in the form of just one letter, and I thought it looked a little bit more dainty, and that color of the journal card matched really well with the other colors of the paper. So I just cut the little boxes out, and then I will eventually put in the dates. And again, this is a journal card, so it came out of whatever paper pack I got it from. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is just set down some label stickers to cover up that bottom section. And I will also be using some washi down there. Originally, I got this particular washi that I'm about to pull out here in a second from Michael's, and I really liked it because I felt like the pattern matched the pattern of the card. I know you can't really see the card very well in this picture, but it kind of has that kind of pattern on the back where the off-white part is, and so it matched, but it didn't match perfectly with that blue piece of paper, so I didn't want it to butt up right against it. So to kind of hide the fact that it didn't match perfectly, what I'm going to end up doing is taking some of the lace trim that's sitting there in the corner, and I'm going to put that on top of this. So I think that ended up looking really nice. And the lace I got from Daiso, so it was just in their washi section. And so see how it kind of breaks up the fact that that blue doesn't really match. But it does, but obviously that little strip of lace wouldn't have been enough to cover that space. So the combination really worked well. All right, so what am I going? Okay, so here I go. So I am going to attempt to do a stamped image. And by attempt, I mean I attempted, but it didn't work. So you can see I have this little bird image here, and I've did a little test spot, and I just felt like it wasn't working for me. So I moved on, and I decided to scrap it. And I just started to work on my journal card. So I just ended up using the card from the Michael's, and I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to keep that as my journal card, because when I'm looking at it in my happy planner, I feel like it looks a little weird that it says believe in your dreams and then it says believe in your dreams right next to it. But for now, it's the one that's in there, so I guess it'll work for now. And you can see there that I was trying to make some decisions on what I was going to do because, again, I didn't like the fact that it said believe in your dreams, believe in your dreams. Because I was thinking maybe I can cover it up or maybe I can make my own or something like that. But I really wanted to use that card because it felt like it kind of tied everything together. So I don't know. I may ultimately change out the believe in your dreams thing that's on the Saturday, Sunday. Maybe I'll change that out to something else, cover that maybe with something, not sure. But for now, that's what it looks like, and we'll see if that's what it ends up at the end of the week. So I'm going ahead and backing the journal card with that journaling piece of paper so that I can have some place to write at the end of the week. All right, sticker time, guys. I wanted to do a little collage there on the side with some flowers and doily. So I just stuck that doily on that ink pad and just added some color to it. And then I'm going to just cut out a little bit of the corner there so that it sits there on that Sunday day. And I did something similar to this in my Downton Abbey spread. And it's probably one of my favorite things in my planner. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that again. So I took that pink flower, I got that from Daiso, and I took those blue flowers that I got in friend mail, but they did come from Michael's, but I got them in friend mail. And I'm going to get those glued on there with some of my double-sided tape. And I really liked how this turned out. It's very fun to do this sort of thing, and I've got a project coming up in mind that's for a friend of mine who doesn't know I'm doing it for her, and I'm going to be doing a lot of this type of stuff. So I do plan on having that as a series that I'm kind of going to be bringing to YouTube. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. I've learned a lot about layering and different stuff from a lot of different people. I specifically like Dani. I don't remember off the top of my head what her YouTube channel is, but I'll go ahead and link it below. Her first name is Dani, and she does beautiful layouts and scrapbooking, and she's just got a great eye for layering. So what I'm doing is basically just layering it up. I took my glimmer mist that so thankful I brought with me, and I took that button. That button came from Target Dollar Spot during the springtime, I believe. It might have been Christmas, but I believe it was spring. So what I've done is I just sprayed those with that glitter mist, and then I also sprayed the button with glitter mist too. The little wooden wood veneer there did come from the Target Dollar Spot during Valentine's Day. Then I'm going to take some of those dots and just put them across those two little spots. And then I'm going to put some pearls there on the scripture just to add a little dimension to that spot as well. And then I'm going to be putting together another little journal card because what I want to do is I've got so many ideas for videos that I want to kind of keep track of them. So I thought it would be good to have a little separate card that I can move from week to week. And I thought this one matched pretty well with the with the layout. I am going to be putting the word video on there, but I do that when I get home because I ran out of time. I added one more little sticker and then I packed up and went home. Okay, back on familiar ground. At home, I went ahead and completed my paperclip, and I am using that gold paperclip that you see there on the mat, and it is a Recollections paperclip, and it came in a pack with a bunch of different size paper clips. And I cut up the ribbon and I am just going to weed it through the loop there and kind of tie it in a knot. And I think this turned out really cute. I love the fact that the ribbon matches the paper so well. One thing that did happen though, because the ribbon was so thick, it kind of made it bulky on there on the front. So I was trying to figure out what I could do to cover that bulkiness up because I just didn't like how it looked. And I do use that little butterfly there to cover that up. But unfortunately my glue gun, it has died on me. So I had to go buy a new glue gun. And I just finished the paperclip before I started this video or voiceover. So it does have that little butterfly on it. So I got that also in friend mail. So I love using stuff from my friend mail. And then I just trimmed that up and I did hot glue that onto the front of there, and then I put a little bit of hot glue on the back as well to kind of keep it taut. And then I stuck it in my planner, and we're going to be all done, guys. And oh, never mind, we're not going to be done because I am going to go ahead and put the word video on this card. Again, I'm going to use that card to keep track of some video ideas that I have, and I'll be able to kind of move that to the next week if I don't get all of them done this week, which I probably won't, but at least I'll kind of have a place to log those ideas and maybe even keep continuing to think of new stuff. So all right, so I'm going to go ahead and write the little list now of ideas that I have. And then as always, I am going to go ahead and include some photos at the end. So I hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and I'm sorry if it's a little bit different, but just bear with me as I go through this transition of trying to go to these planner meetups and still do my plan with me's. So please leave me a comment if tell me how you think, what you think. Thanks guys. Bye.